Another thing that Comenius emphasized in the way that he taught was he emphasized that education is a privilege. The ability to take time to read something, to learn something, to pursue these things is meant to be seen as a great pleasure, a great delight. In fact, going back to the Romans, their word ludere could mean both to play and also to learn. So the Romans had this idea as well. There's really no primary difference between learning something and actually playing something. Comenius had this to say about wisdom. He said, "Wisdom is the breath of God's power. It's a pure influence flowing from the Almighty's glory. It is the radiance of eternal light. It is God's immaculate majesty and image of his goodness. It teaches us sobriety, restraint, honesty, and power. It understands the subtlety of words and the solutions to darkened sentences. It knows in advance signs and wonders and future events." So it's this incredible delight to actually pursue wisdom. Of course, what I love about Comenius is that he also was a humble character. So you could say things like this: the more one knows how much one doesn't know, the more one knows. In other words, we actually become wiser when we realize how little it is we actually know. It's a form of humility. I mean, the more that I research and study history, the more notes and things that I pour into lessons like these, the more I teach my students in my classes, I recognize there's a whole lot I do not know. Sometimes it comes out when a student asks me, "Hey, Mr. Raymond, did you know this story from history?" And I have somebody say, "No, I'd never heard that before." And they're like, "How did you not know that?" Well, history is kind of this really, really, really big subject, and you're always learning something new. Even when I deal with things like these, I'm always thinking, okay, what else do I need to know? What am I not teaching you? And that's just kind of the way that life works. We have the sheer pleasure and privilege to pursue these things.